Thanks again. Sorry we dragged you all the way out here. I kind of forgot all we needed was petrol.
Huh?
He means gas.
Huh.
I know, Kyle. You finally made it. You said it, pal.
So, what do we do now?
Well, when you think of Pripyat, what's the first image in your head?
Cancer?
No? Ferris wheel?
Oh, right. You think he's there?
No. I know he's there. Okay, I thought he would be here.
Uh-huh.
Well, smart guy, where do we look next?
Hospital, I guess.
Stop right there! You here to sell me something?
No, please don't shoot! You told us to come here!
If you were here to sell me something, what would it be?
If I try to sell you something right now, you're just gonna shoot me!
Shirts and hoodies and other merch shit from PleaseStopShopping.com. Something called Folk and Dagger. That's all we know, I swear.
Shirts. Shit. Happened again.
Willkommen auf dem Podcasten.
Why did you have to be extra?
Danke, Open Gruppenführer.
I want to
Yeah.
make a splash. I want to impress your audience.
It's way too late for that.
Someone has to start. We've only done like 50 of these.
I think we're going.
We're already in.
Yeah.
Cut all this out. Just get it out.
No, it keeps going. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Please Stop Talking. I'm not going to present anybody except the guests.
Is this the first episode of season 4?
No. What?
Okay. It's the first episode of 2020. That's why I'm asking.
How do seasons
Season
work?
4 is already
I
out.
don't fucking know.
Who
Season 5?
Who the fuck cares?
I don't fucking know where we're
seasons
at.
like years?
Harry, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Harry. I make YouTube videos, but you shouldn't watch them. Not very good.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
You stole my introduction for him. Wait, no.
Harry, do you have any fucking stories?
My God, this is what I was talking about. This is why we need to plan more before
does
starting.
We don't. I
anyone
said
have any stories?
we all agreed. Harry needs to start with the fucking story because Harry's got a fucking story.
I'll start, and then he goes in
Well,
because
I have a story, but it's not a story. It's more of a question. How do you make the visuals for the podcast where like they glow? Is it like After Effects? Do you like size to the volume? Do you like make volume keyframes and then you like make it go?
Ask after the podcast.
I think it's really
That's a good question.
Hey,
It's a good question.
look how loud
It's you-
is it
you
going to glow
fucking
when I
take the
talk?
audio-
La 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 la. See, it's glowing. It's great.
You take a fucking volume, you convert audio to keyframes, and then you apply it to the fucking opacity of like a.
That's sweet.
I don't remember
love
what
that. I learned how
effect it is.
to connect
It's
After Effects to
levels.
.json files like yesterday. It took me all day, but I made a graph move the way I wanted it to. But then I accidentally closed After Effects before it rendered, so it rendered wrong. And now it's just a bunch of lines going in random directions, and the word text keeps popping up instead of the words I'd programmed to come up.
Oh, that happened
feel
in
like you
Vegas once.
Yeah, it's broken, so I have to do it all again.
So
JSON's great. That made Minecraft, I think.
I have a story.
Okay.
Okay.
Recently, and by recently I mean like 3 days ago,
That is recent.
I was pretty. Don't judge me, but I was really feeling down and desperate, and I decided to check out a dating app, and I signed up for it.
Okay.
I
Was it Grindr?
I set
It
up
was
my
Grindr.
It was Grindr.
I set up my profile.
Like, how many others are there? Come on, what, Bumble?
Bumble. What the fuck is Bumble?
Yeah, Bumble.
Bumble's for fucking straightos.
It's like a feminist
What'd you call
dating
me?
site, but for people who want to just have a bad time.
Anyways, so I make my profile there and I start exploring the app a bit. And like I said, this is not a story. This is more like a small experience. But I started like checking out how the app was working and everything. And I get my first message. And when I get my first message, I'm like, ooh, I'm a hot commodity. Fuck yes. And I check my first message and it's just somebody that's like, hey, are you David from Please Stop Talking? And I
immediately uninstalled the app.
uninstalled the app, ran away as far as I could
I mean, they're going to hear it
from
now.
that.
they're going to.
So to that stranger,
Hey,
yes.
Hey, Jacob. Yes. It was me.
Holy fuck!
I
That
just
is so fucked.
I've never been so fucking afraid. It felt like my biggest fear just happening. While I was making the profile, I was just like so careful. I was like, "Oh, what's your job?" I was
Got
like,
to you before the bots did.
it was just like, "Oh, what's your job?" And I was thinking like, "Oh, I can't write YouTube. I'm just fucking audio engineer, musician, and everything." I was so careful not to link the YouTube stuff into it, and immediately it fucking happened. It was like my worst fear.
how did they find you? Do you have just like an iconic face? Like,
I guess I don't know how works. I was on there for like a few seconds, and
What do you
happened.
mean? What pictures did you upload if not your face?
I mean, it was
yeah,
my
like, what's
face.
the most recognizable like?
so your
aspect
face. So
of
the
you?
answer to Harry's question was
Well,
yes.
I guess the most. I don't know. I guess
I don't know how.
I guess
works.
they looked at me. They were like they went through their checklist. They were like, all right, twink check, gay hair, gay blonde white hair check.
And immediately it's like, okay, we got him. This is
We got him.
podcaster.
Yeah, that's the guy. That's the guy. Get him. Yeah. So I deleted that app, and I
God.
Wow.
I just remembered years ago I had a very similar thing, only the message was someone. The only thing I remember about the interaction was they knew who I was, and their username was goodnight_pun. I really wanted
yes,
to
me.
reply and be like, I love that manga, but I was so terrified I immediately
yeah.
deleted the app, and it was horrible. You want it to be anonymous. You want it, like preferably no names or faces.
I'm gonna be anxious for the rest of the podcast.
Why?
Just after hearing these, just after hearing those fucking stories.
Why do you have a date? Oh,
If you're
No.
single, you can never date now that you're a YouTuber. It's over.
yeah,
You're done.
because then it's like people always know who you are, and it's so fucking weird.
God, we're so fucking famous, guys.
No, but like
can't say
even
a
remotely,
profession.
it
You
becomes
think it's a
too
sorry
weird to
job.
do. It's unsolvable.
You just say you're a freelance video editor.
Is that what
Yeah,
you
I
say?
That's what I said for a very long time.
Do you actually edit stuff outside of YouTube videos?
From time to time.
That's cool.
It's not often, like it's not my main contract stuff, but
I
I can lie about it.
I used to do editing for the School of Life.
That sounds familiar.
They're a YouTube channel that's run by a guy called Alain de Botton. He's like, his thing is he's a philosopher who like explains other people's ideas in a simpler way. Like that's a job
Gotcha.
where you like explain the hard stuff. But basically all he's doing is offering his interpretation. So it's functionally just you're listening to him tell you he's smart. Anyway, his channel is like, basically it's a stationery store.
So it's a YouTube channel.
Yeah. Basically he sells books. He sells like notebooks, but written on the front it's like philosophy is nice, and it's like £50 or something.
Gotcha.
And the YouTube videos are just like 5-minute explanations narrated by him with like little animations about stuff. And I worked on a couple of those. And the worst memory of it is there's one about the history of manners, and I did most of it and then handed it off to another guy to like do the finishing work on it and get it uploaded and all that stuff. And at some point in the process, and I'm so sure it was him, a glitch got introduced where for one frame, right in the middle of the video, the word manners just appears and disappears very quickly. And
It's like subliminal messaging.
it's one of my favorite things I ever made. And all the comments are like, hey, at this time code, the word manners appears. What's going on with that? I'm like, no, this is my one time.
Oh no!
This is I was going to shine. I was going to sell so many notebooks.
They all picked up on
Now
it.
you're fucked.
Yeah, and that's it. And like the whole time, I'm never going to be sure if it was me or the other guy. And I just don't want it to be me, but I don't know. I'm so sorry.
That'll follow you forever.
Yeah.
People go,
Yeah.
I caught you. Half a millisecond, I saw your mouse cursor in the corner.
Oh yeah.
You didn't try at all.
You fucking dipshit.
Oh, I forgot that was topical. I was actually thinking of YouTube videos.
I know. I know you.
I forgot about that.
It's crazy that the artists and programmers also make the directs.
Well,
Yeah.
Nuts.
how many staff could Nintendo possibly have? They're a very rinky-dink operation.
There's like five
It's called
guys.
the Nintendo Switch because they couldn't even pick.
Soul Shield was made in a garage.
Blood, sweat, and tears.
God.
Speaking of blood, sweat, and tears,
Oh,
Harry,
Oh god.
please,
Oh God.
please.
Oh god. I just remember the time I got glued to my bed by blood.
That's What the fucking shit? That's not even.
That was a different. Yeah, sorry, just
I
mentioning.
know you're bonkers. You're bonkers. You went on. You were like. You were telling me like, oh, I have no stories. My life's fucking boring. And then you just immediately get into this voice chat and you keep telling me this
One
shit.
time I was glued to my bed by blood.
Yeah. Fucking
Okay,
nothing.
okay. I have to come clean.
Yes.
I did make that
Yes.
story up. No, I have to come clean. This whole day. In fact, it's been 2 days because we delayed this for a day. I've been anxiously walking around, going, I don't have any interesting stories for this podcast where people tell stories about their lives. My life is boring. I make YouTube videos and I sleep. Like that's it. So every time I remembered an interesting thing that happened in my life, I wrote it down in case I forgot. So I have a notepad.
How many do you have?
Like 12. I'll go through them if you want.
Oh no.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Okay.
And we can
Fuck
yeah.
it. This is the 12 fucking commandments. Let's go.
Okay. Roommate setting apartment on fire. Me
Wow.
setting apartment on fire.
Okay.
Me linking that one video to all my patrons by accident.
I was gonna
that's a
say,
funny
are you
one.
gonna talk about Star Trek? I was going to ask about Star Trek.
I remember this. Yes.
getting
it's
glued
so
to my
good.
bed by blood. Oh god, I don't have an alternative explanation for what this is, and the way I wrote it's really embarrassing. My mother's weed brownies and the nipple itchy story, which is now preserved forever.
Wow, we're never running out of content with you around.
Oh, I'm a wild and crazy guy. I'm average American man. I enjoy bad game RuneScape. Okay, burning furniture on the beach with a bunch of drug people.
Right?
Working in a chip shop that closed because of rats. Everyone pissed in the sink.
Is that another story or is that
It's really simple. In university, at the place I went, everyone's room had a sink in it, and everyone pissed in the sink instead of using
The community
bathroom.
piss sink?
Everyone pissed in the sink. Like no one ever used the bathroom. It's disgusting.
I thought it was like linked to the fucking getting fired or whatever from the chip shop.
Because of the rats.
No.
Because of the rats. I thought
Yeah,
it
the
was
rats were
like
the rats were because the guy, like, instead of paying for like proper, like, hey, you run a business, we'll pick up your trash, he just put out in the hallway connected to like the apartment building nearby, and the
nice.
smell was terrible, and he had a dog, so the dog's shit was in bags there, and just eventually rats like came in and destroyed everything. Like 2 weeks after I quit, it was closed like forever. It's so sad.
The everyone pissed in the sink just sounds like one of the notes that would have been. Did I talk about on the podcast? I don't remember, from when I was at Mandy's, how one time when we were getting really fucked, I could tell it was going to be a bad night and I wasn't going to remember anything the next morning. So I opened a Google Doc on my phone and I started writing down
I remember
things that were
that,
happening.
yeah.
Have I talked about that on the
No, you
podcast?
definitely
Yeah,
did
he
not.
took out a log. He's like, man,
Yeah, I
you tried to
started
poison me by soaking the pretzels in vodka.
Yeah, so it was put vodka in a plant, soaked vodka in a pretzel,
Oh yeah, you
tried to
put-
poison a Tom with 47% alcohol because I felt sick, and he decided, oh, this would be really funny, and he just dunked the Tom in fucking vodka before handing it to me.
Oh god.
Poured 47% alcohol into jam, and then the last one before it just trails off is, why is this pizza so wet?
That was I feel like that weekend or that week rather for you guys was like your bodies were just 50%
Being
alcohol.
tested.
I have maybe 2 to 3 hours of actual memories from it.
Yeah. Oh man, you should talk about your girlfriend finding the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
What?
Did I talk about that? Oh fuck yeah! So I usually get a Crystal Head vodka because it's very smooth.
Oh yeah,
It's a very good brand. But I really like the container. But what I was doing was, instead of just like throwing them in the recycling, because I was like, that's a nice bottle, I started putting them in my closet, like among the shelves.
Oh man.
And it's like the office closet, which we usually don't open until it's like holidays are coming. And so we're getting ready to decorate for Christmas. And she opens up the office closet and she sees just rows upon rows of these crystal skulls in the shelves. And she stops, she looks at me, she's like, what is this? Like, it's the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull. And she keeps staring at me. I'm like, you don't like it?
I've been preparing this for you all year. This is my
And she's like, where are we going to keep our decorations? Like,
We're gonna keep them in the hallway.
I don't know, like my instinct was just, you don't like it? I didn't know what to do.
Is it the Dan Aykroyd brand?
Yeah.
Man,
That's good ass vodka.
Yeah, I keep one on my mantelpiece with a wig on it.
Of course you do.
I barely drink though, so it's. I don't know. Does vodka go bad?
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
It's invincible,
it's-
right? Yeah.
I'm pretty
Alcohol,
sure.
yeah,
it probably goes
alcohol
bad.
is invincible.
Probably goes bad eventually. It's
like ketchup.
It probably never
fucking
goes bad.
time. Yeah.
Ketchup definitely goes bad.
It's the preservative. It can never
Oh,
go
it's
bad.
the ketchup. Don't start.
What?
Did you? Okay. Have
Do you not know about Harry and ketchup?
Do they make ketchup in glass bottles there?
I've seen some at some restaurants. I have.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I've
But
seen
it's
glass
a
bottle
kind
ketchup.
of rare thing.
twice in
'Cause
my
it's
life,
inconvenient.
I've like tried to do a big shake of a glass ketchup bottle, and it slipped out of my hands and shattered on the floor.
Fuck's sake.
They're terrible. Like, there's a reason why they're banned, and you have to use squeezy ones now. It's my fault.
Aw.
Thank you.
You
'cause
ruined
it's
it
way
for
more convenient.
everybody.
No, that's an improvement.
I have like a
It
weird
is.
calloused zone on my foot from like it being struck repeatedly on separate occasions by dropped. Oh
You
god.
just can't stop dropping ketchup bottles?
There is a little
That's
tiny
not a
piece
callus.
of
That's
piece of-
scar tissue.
There's a tiny piece of like, glass in my ass still, like in my
in your ass?
like my upper thigh. It like got on my
Too late.
well the jacket I was wearing, and I took it off wrong and like got glass in me. And every time like the temperature changes, I can feel like my skin shift around a tiny piece of glass.
Oh,
You're
can
like
just,
a
like,
cat. You can fucking
Yeah.
predict the
I
weather
can
with the
detect
glass
temperature
in your
because I
ass.
start to sweat and feel like this very, very brief, sharp pain.
oh my god.
It's not worth the effort of getting it taken out.
I understand that though, because ever since my
Wow.
disc popped, I've been like super temperature and weather sensitive.
Yeah, you
But-
feel it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but
wait, no.
I've been exclusively using it to piss off my girlfriend because
That's not even how I got that cut. That was actually not from dropping the ketchup. That was from. Do you know those big glass like wine glasses that are like the bell shape? That's huge.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I would always
Right.
hold it by the bell instead of like the stem.
what?
And one time, it crushed in my hand, and it trying to like put it down correctly
Crushed in
and
your hand?
yeah, like it was
fucking
really, really
powerful
thin
are
glass.
you?
Like really thin glass. Like I'm weak as hell. It was like just like an ornamental glass thing I was drinking out of to feel fancy.
Fine
and I
Soviet
shattered
glass.
it into my hand.
I
Yeah,
was about to say, someone mentioned capitalism.
yeah. That glass was only 3.6 Rontgen. It was fine. So yeah. It does make you more sensitive to things once you've been like horribly injured in some way. You can feel it.
It's only because like I'll feel something moving kind of at the bottom of my spine. It feels like tighter.
Yeah.
But the only thing I do is I just fucking quote the Phantom Menace. So
What?
So
Wow.
my girlfriend
It's a disturbance.
No. Like we'll be out on the balcony, and my girlfriend's like, "Oh, it looks kind of nice out." And I look at the clouds, and I feel like the tingle, and I'm like, "Oh, storm's coming, Annie! I'll feel it in my bones." And like an hour later, it's like actually raining, and she's just sitting there fuming.
When you get an injury like that, you can detect barometric pressure. It's just what happens.
Awful.
I was always wondered. I had a friend who got kicked in the head by a horse, basically, but like lightly, like it missed him almost. So it was
Yeah.
fine. It was a near miss. It was a near hit. I don't know what he got kicked, but not that badly.
Grazed
And I
by a
always wondered
horse.
if maybe he has like horse sense now, where like he flares up in defense when he sees one, so he can detect when they're nearby. But no, you don't get any cool powers when you get most
Kicked by a
injuries.
horse.
Yeah, you just get weaker. It's awful.
See new colors.
I've invented a new color. It's called kick.
Kick.
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
Kick with a K.
Can we talk
K-I-K.
about you being glued to a bed by blood?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
wanted
sure.
to go back to that. That seems how.
Okay, so the short version is I went out drinking at university, and it was like the little period where I actually drank. I didn't drink much until I got to university, and then I drank loads to make up for it. And I was getting hit on by a woman who was like 40, and it was weird.
Ooh.
And my friend was playing like in a band at this place. I'm trying to remember the name of the place. It's a place in Aberystwyth. So if you go there, you can reenact this. So I got out and went for a walk, and then I went the wrong way round like the street to get back into the bar. And it's one of those ones where there's actually like a hill, and then there's like a sheer drop where there's a wall, and then you.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So like it's way higher up if you go the wrong way, and you can't get down. But then I thought, I'm pretty strong. I've been to the gym once.
Oh my
now,
fucking god.
I just signed up at the gym. I was at university. I was changing my life. So I went to climb over, And then as I got over the main point of the wall and my center of mass was shifting, I saw that the wall was way higher than I thought it would be. I'd completely misjudged it, but I was past the point of no return on my arms. I couldn't pull myself back over the wall, and I could just barely hold myself up. So it's pretty bad. But then I saw, sort of slightly off to the side of my drop zone, there was a bin. Like a normal, like medium-sized trash bin. I thought, well, I'll just land on that and then walk off, so it's fine. Like then it's basically just like a one-person-sized drop, and then I climb off the bin. It's fine. So I get over it.
Good fucking Assassin's Creed. It.
Yeah, I get over it and I let myself drop.
Just fucking swan dive into the bin.
And I let myself drop, and my feet hit the top of the bin fine, and then the bin, which is wheeled, immediately slides 50 feet forwards. And I go backwards into the wall and slide all the way down it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
And I'm wearing like a very easily torn jacket that I detected something was wrong, and I chose not to think about it. I was like, if I ignore this, you know how sometimes like you hit your arm on something and you don't look at it because you don't want to see what the injury is? I did that. I went in and I kept drinking and hanging out with people, and I didn't even tell the story because I was so embarrassed.
Just dripping blood at the bar.
So that continues. I get a taxi home, and I call my friends.
How long? Wait, how long were you doing that?
Like,
if you got glued to the bed, that means you were bleeding the whole time.
Like maybe another like half hour, I think. So
You have a jacket though.
Holy,
Like,
I mean,
soak up a lot.
still, dude.
So I get in a taxi and I go home, and I go to my shitty apartment. This is second year of university, and I call my friends on Skype and lie on my back on my bed, and talk to them, and then just drift off and go to sleep. And then in the morning, I get woken up by their voices in the headset, and I go to get up, and I feel the bed sheet move with me. And basically, while I was lying on my back, after taking off my clothes, like that had torn off whatever had scabbed on my shirt,
God.
and I'd continued to bleed and got it all over the bed. And over the course of the night, it had scabbed up and solidified. And I was part bed, part human, and. And my friends would taunt me with the story of because they were American, so it was not that late for them, and they just heard me wake up going, I can't move, I'm glued to my bed with a scab.
You were a fucking bed homunculus.
The bed golem. I'm just
fucking Pulpo from part 5.
Oh my god.
So
that might be the most. I don't know. I'm usually not super squeamish, but I don't know, man.
Anyway, I remembered this story because I was going through my closet to find stuff to throw out, and I found
And you found the bloody sheets?
Yeah, I did. I never washed it.
Harry.
I kept it with the intent of at some
Harry?
point telling the story or filming it or doing something fun with it, and eventually I was like, this is just, it's
Please
inert.
tell me you threw it away.
I threw it away. I didn't even take a picture
Thank
of it. I was
God.
too embarrassed by the whole thing, and then I remembered it and wrote it down. So now we're here.
My God.
Jesus fucking Christ.
So like I had to very carefully peel
This is
myself
the future
off of
liberals
this
want, future
cover.
David.
It was bad.
It sounds bad.
It sounds bad.
I felt like this would not be that chaotic an episode, and here we are.
I was not.
This is
I was
like
too drunk
real
to feel any
chaotic.
pain from it. So for me, it was just like this funny. I injured myself, and
Did you have to buy new sheets?
That
I-
poor
I
taxi
took-
driver.
I took the sheet off and then slept on the mattress for the rest of my university
Oh my
time.
god.
In fact,
that's
no, I actually, because I thought it would be cool to sleep on the floor, I slept on the floor and put stuff on my bed as like storage.
What?
What?
People wonder why, like in my videos from side on, I look like the Virgin in the Virgin Chad meme. It's probably because of the time I spent sleeping on a hard floor because I thought it'd be cool.
The Dark Souls 2 positivity is making more and more sense by the second.
I'm gonna look so fucking cool on the ground.
People are gonna walk in, see my bed covered in shit, and immediately be like, fuck.
Oh, I don't even own a bed. I just sleep on the floor.
Clothes hit the fucking wall.
Dude, that poor taxi driver, you fucking bled on his seat.
He
No,
saw
it was
his
in the
jacket
inside of his
on.
jacket.
Yeah, it was inside my
in the
jacket.
jacket.
Yeah. I was probably
Oh,
fine.
it was
Like,
inside the jacket. Okay.
Yeah, that's
so
why
like-
people in the bar weren't like, hey,
You're
Yeah.
fucking bleeding.
And I didn't let on that I was in any kind of pain or that it had happened the whole night. So like this was an event that was restricted solely to my Skype pals for years, and I'm so glad I got away with it. Like,
Well, and now
got away with
the
it.
friends I
No
went to
one
university
knows
with would have
bleeding.
tormented me with it forever. Like, haha, remember the time you did that?
I mean, now the whole internet is gonna fucking
Yeah, the
have
entire
this
internet.
yeah,
I have this
we're
one
fucking-
university friend who I'm just waiting for him to come forward with all the shit I did to him.
Oh God.
Oh, it's Harold Bloodbed Brewish.
No, like I actually filmed this. I think I put it on my. It's probably unlisted on my channel. I broke into his room when he was asleep and brushed his teeth because his breath was so terrible.
What the fuck? What is wrong with you?
You're fucking chaotic.
Yeah, like
What
I was
the fuck?
fucked up. It was awful. I learned a lot of hard lessons in university. Some literally painful, some emotionally. You know.
I mean,
Did he wake up?
Yeah,
How did
he
you
did.
brush a man's
Yeah,
teeth?
he did.
Of course he woke up.
Yeah.
Can you talk about Star Trek, please?
No, never. Okay, fine. You might have to. Okay, I think I recounted a version of the story to you that is like more in detail than my memory. So correct me if I'm wrong
yes,
here. But
yes.
so I have a Patreon. I link people to things when I do stuff on it. So I think what video was I done with? Although I was linking to people, I forget what it was.
You weren't linking the video. You were linking a spreadsheet of a comprehensive list of all of your video ideas for future projects.
That's right. Yeah, I was linking them that so that they could like tell me what they wanted because I have no idea what I'm doing and I just want people to tell me what to do.
So you introduced it as a comprehensive list of every video idea.
Yeah. Here, pick one. Pick it. Just tell me.
Which
Here's
one-
everything
which
I would
one?
like to make, but I can't pick because I'm an idiot. So anyway, at the same time, we were talking. Me and Swift, me and Avery. We were talking about. As you do, we were talking about Ruweeby and how great it is. We were discussing how big Crescent Rose would be in real life, 6'2", or 0.0013 miles. And I was reminded of a time that I learned 3D animation software in order to do animations and make fun of Ruby. That was basically why I was learning it. And in doing so, I linked Avery the video Star Trek, which is like a 3-second animation where the Cantina theme is playing in the background. And the default character that you can animate in Poser is sliding, and you can hear my voice saying Star Trek, and then it cuts off. Anyway, I linked this to Avery because that'll be a funny joke. And then, so I go into this Patreon post that I'm writing, and I click paste, and and of course I've accidentally pasted in the wrong thing. So then I edit it so that like when you double click on it, you can change the hyperlink to something else. So I changed the hyperlink. And then I post it. And then, to my horror, when I go into the email it sends patrons and click the link, it takes me to Star Trek. And it turns out that when you edit a link,
It doesn't change the email.
it doesn't change where the link is going to. It just changes the text of the link. So the link is to the spreadsheet.
That's what the hyperlink is, not the URL.
Click
Yeah.
on it.
So it's the address of the Google Doc, but when you click it, it links you to Star Trek.
Star Trek.
So I linked thousands of people one of the
that
worst things
video.
I've ever made in a way that makes
It's
no
one
sense.
of the funniest, dude. It's one of the funniest videos. It's so fucking good.
Star
It's the
Trek.
only good video I've ever made. I've come to think of it.
Just picturing
It's my
like
car.
just picturing everyone who donates to you on Patreon being like, "Oh, awesome! A comprehensive list of every video idea."
then it's
Yes. And it's just a 3D model sliding and like stretching while you go Star Trek.
When I'm done, when I like fake my death and change my career, I'll unlist that as my final video. or relist it rather. Just goodbye.
So good. Goodbye to this world.
Yeah, I've
See
I've
you on
officially
the
reached
other
enough
side.
patrons that I can finish the hbomberguy movie. Click here.
Oh my god.
It's a comprehensive review of The Wall.
It's so. Oh, fuck off.
Oh, fuck.
Go fuck yourself. Before we get into Patreon questions, I really want you to tell that furry story.
Oh God.
Please.
It's so embarrassing.
Please.
Okay.
It's fucking hilarious.
Okay,
Please.
so
I told my embarrassing story.
that's true, you did. Okay, a couple of years ago, I dated an ex-furry.
I'm
Recovering furry. They go to Furries Anonymous.
Recovery.
Yeah.
Oh God, a recovering furry.
So, yeah, that was the thing that they would like to say specifically, is that they're like a recovering furry. I used to do this stuff. I used to have a persona and put a bunch of art on DeviantArt, and people got really obsessed with it, and I moved on, and now I'm into like normal stuff.
I changed.
Yeah, like now I'm
It's like
fixed.
when people
Now
on
I'm normal.
Twitter who are like, yeah, I used to troll on 4chan. Like, I used to run that gang.
By the way, don't date anyone who says, I used to have problems, but they're 100% fixed now, I'm normal. So if there's a problem, it's you. That's a bit of advice. Don't date those people. Anyway.
Oh, yikes.
So I go to visit them, and we've met up before, but like this is the first time we're meeting like as a couple, and I have a persona. It was like mandated to me by the state. Like someone picked it for me as a ferret for streams and drew it for me.
Right.
And now it's like my persona. I've got a Dakimakura art of it, but I haven't made a pillow of it yet, but that'd be funny if I could. Anyway.
Don't say yet.
Yeah. It'd be really funny. I want to sell weird shit on my store just because.
It always starts as that.
Yeah.
I've seen this transformation too many times here over the past years.
I'm going to ironically become a furry. Yeah. Let's see what happens next. So I get there and they give me a gift.
The wall's closing in.
And the gift is a sheet of paper with a very immaculately drawn, you've got quite a well drawn image of their old persona that I've only heard the legends about and mine making out. And in the middle between us, they've written WUV, W-U-V. And looking back, there are many red flags. And it's only now that I realize that there were way more than even I remember now. So anyway, it goes quite well, and I take it back with me and I put it on my desk, and then I go to America for something. I think there was like a convention or some friends were doing a thing, or I think it was a wedding. I went to a wedding in America, and a thing that my mum likes to do is go through my stuff while I'm away.
Oh.
So I get back from this wedding. I'm in this relationship that I don't know what I'm really going to do with it, and how it's going. And I go in my room, and the drawing is framed on my wall.
What? So I still have the picture in its frame, and I don't know what I'm going to do with it.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that part. What?
It's in a closet somewhere. I don't know where exactly it is, but I didn't throw it away. And I still have it. I don't know. Do I give it back? Like, what do you do with that?
What do you mean, do you give it back?
I don't know. I don't know how the culture works. You know? Yeah.
Oh my God.
If I don't give it back, will I be hexed? I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. You have to bury it with like a lemon.
Oh my God.
You have to carry them up in mountains. They can drink out of the stream. Let's have bad luck for 100 years.
So yeah, that happened. That was a fun period in my life. I'm glad that I at least have like the best possible souvenir.
Did your parents ever say anything about it?
No, they didn't question it at all. Like weirdly, only part of my life they've been super accepting about was the time that they found like, oh, his girlfriend drew a funny picture for him. I don't get it. Let's put it on his wall as a fun gift. Like, they don't understand the YouTube thing. You know, they don't understand being bi means.
How long did you?
You know,
how long did you leave it there?
Until I broke up with them. So like a little while. And then I took it off the wall and put something else on the wall and just kind of kept it and have not yet decided what to do with it.
You've moved since then.
Yeah, I do. I kept it with me. My parents kept all every nice thing I've ever got. Like Scottish Parliament commended me for some reason, and my like play button. They have them. They wouldn't let me take them, but I've got my fucking framed furry fan art picture.
Mom, please, can I take my play button?
She's like, no, it's a plaque. It's the only part of your life I understand, Harry.
God.
So
Wow,
if
that's
someone
fucking incredible.
So if your followers can help get me to 1 million subscribers, so I can get a plaque to replace my current fan art picture on my wall, I'd really appreciate it.
I can't imagine being able to work with like that just being near me.
It's face
Much
it's
less
face
like looking
down.
at the wall and seeing Wov staring at you.
It's face
it's
down
like,
on like a couch somewhere.
Okay. I feel sick.
That was rough.
This is so much. This is a lot.
Should I tell the Cracker Barrel story or should I wait till next time?
No, do it.
Do it.
Palate cleanser.
Shame
We cannot
episode.
close the story segment on WOV.
Please don't finish this on DeviantArt.
Okay.
God.
Everything
So,
terminates at DeviantArt.
All roads lead to DeviantArt.
After what they did to Tumblr, DeviantArt's all that's left.
Is it?
DeviantArt doesn't allow porn?
But you're telling me.
What? Mandy, your Cracker Barrel story.
Tell the Cracker Barrel story, please.
So 2 months ago, my girlfriend's entire family had a birthday thing for her grandma. Southern families are very tight-knit and very large. Mm-hmm. And so naturally they went to Cracker Barrel. And they decided to go on a Sunday around noon. So of course, it's packed. And they do that thing and they're like, oh, we'll call your family when it's ready. And it has a gift shop inside. So all of our older relatives are like looking at stuff.
There's a gift shop in the fucking Cracker Barrel?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all
it's
Cracker
a
Barrel.
it's like a combination gift store and a restaurant.
What?
It's like the whole front of the store is basically a gift shop. And they have like all the old people get their candy from there. They have like little knickknacks and gifts and all that stuff.
I'm gonna be real. I've never heard of Cracker Barrel in my life.
Yeah, it's a chain.
It's a South thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a southern chain.
Is it like breakfast or?
Yeah, they do like everything, but they're a
okay.
big breakfast place. They'll have like senior discounts and stuff. And they'll give like
Okay.
a lot of stuff. So yeah.
So that's why it was packed on a Sunday because they have discounts.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All the old people are going for their after church or before church, like Sunday brunch. And so I'm outside with her.
Do they go to church in shifts?
They might. And they have like this row of like rocking chairs outside with checkerboards because, sometimes it's full, so the old people go out there to play checkers. And there's like crowds of kids going by like laughing and doing whatever. And so we're just sitting there talking. And then this guy walks by me with his I couldn't tell if it was his daughter or like his girlfriend because it was that age range where it's kind of ambiguous. But I just see they're holding hands. But this man is huge. Like he looks like I can't remember his name, but the god that The Rock plays in Moana.
Right.
Right. He looked like
Maui.
him, but with just the tiniest legs. But his upper body is huge, and he's holding this girl's hand.
He just has like these little cigarette legs.
Yeah, but he's like
person.
yeah, but he is like his traps, like he is stacked, and he's holding her hand walking by. And I'm just like, oh, and I'm still talking with her, and then the girlfriend daughter, all of a sudden she goes, ah! Ah! And she starts screaming,
What?
like at the top of her lungs, and she starts pulling against him, and like she looks at me and reaches her arm out towards me, going, ah! And like help me.
Fuck is happening?
I'm sitting there fucking just dumbfounded by it. And then he just grabs her other hand forcefully and is like pulling her with him towards like this car. And because like the parking lot's right by the chairs.
Oh,
and
no.
And
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh,
and I look
no,
at the
no,
sign
no.
and I realize he's parked in a handicap spot. And so I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, right.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, okay. That's fine. And so I say, anyways. And I start talking to my girlfriend about something completely unrelated to this because it's like, oh, whatever. And then she smiles and she's like, ha ha ha. And then the other door of the car opens up and this large Hispanic woman comes out. She goes, don't you fucking laugh at my daughter.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh no.
I'm like,
Oh, no,
I'm like,
no.
And I'm like, and I'm so fucking confused. I'm like, what? And she's like, I saw you laughing at her. You think this is funny? And I'm just sitting there completely fucking dumbfounded because I'm still not sure what's happening. And then all of a sudden the other door opens up of the car, and the girl comes back out, and she's screaming again and pointing at me.
Oh god.
What?
And I'm like, no, like, we're talking about it. What's happening? Like, why is this happening? And she's like, yeah, I saw you laughing. I heard everything you said. And I'm like,
What? No, what?
and I'm like, okay. I'm just sitting there like, and my girlfriend goes, how could you hear us? You were in the car.
Oh no! Oh god!
And Dwayne The Rock Johnson, he pokes his head out. He doesn't look angry. He has like the most neutral expression. He pokes his head out. And he just look at me dead in the face. I'm like, oh, he could easily kill me. And so we're just desperately trying to convince, like, we're just talking. We don't know what you're talking about. And then another group of kids comes by, and she's like still screaming. And they look at her, and they kind of go like, ha ha ha, and they keep walking. And then her attention's turned to them. Are you fucking laughing at my daughter? And then the daughter starts screaming more. I'm just like, holy fuck, what do we do? Do I get up? Do I try to walk away? And so I just turned back to her. I'm like, so anyways,
Oh no!
Continue the conversation.
You fucking activated her? I bet.
No, because
No?
she just goes back to the car. She starts saying something in Spanish. I'm sure it was insulting. I heard puta.
Yeah, I was
She
about to
gets back-
say, did you hear?
Yeah,
Peter?
I heard puta, and then like the door closes, and the guy, he just like, he doesn't even look angry. He just goes, he goes back in the car. He slides back in. No, he didn't have any facial expression the whole time. He looked like when you're getting like your ID photo taken.
Oh yeah.
Like, and it's like that's a man who's just like beyond everything. It's like, it wasn't like we're gonna fight about it. It's like, they have enough problems already. Why is this happening to me?
I mean, chances are he's probably used to the mother being really like defensive of
Yeah,
his
like
sister, daughter.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's just the problem was like she flipped out, and we're just like, oh, okay, we're just like talking. It wasn't like we were, even if we were hypothetically talking about her, it wasn't like we're going, ha ha ha, look at you. It's like, we're over here. I don't want to be involved in this.
I mean, at least if a fight had started, he could have just taken his legs out, and then he's down.
I don't know if I would have made it that far.
His center of gravity is so low. How are you going to knock him over?
He was actually like a gorilla. And like, I wouldn't want to fight him. It's like, we would both think we're in the right.
Now, listen, I can bench press maybe 30 pounds, but using a variety of grips and other maneuvers, I could destroy
Gonna
anyone.
do an Aikido flip over him.
Yeah.
My dex is high enough.
Yeah.
See, that was a fun Sunday encounter.
Oh god.
So, like, the mom's upset. My girlfriend's trying to cry because she's like,
That's so awful.
like, I wasn't
God.
laughing. It's like, I wasn't laughing at her. I'm like, I know you weren't. And inside the car, the doors are closed to the van, and then we just hear muffled like, like, oh no.
God, that's
I'm
horrible.
like, I know, but I'm just praying like, I know, and I'm just like, please God, please just don't. I hope she's not pointing at us again. Like, please God, I don't know why this is happening.
Oh my god.
And it was the strangest thing.
That is a nightmare.
Yeah, because like when she
That's
first
such a
flipped out,
nightmare
they had already
situation.
walked past us, so she had turned around, and in retrospect, it was probably just she liked the gift shop and wanted to go back in the store. But what the mom probably saw is she looked up and she sees her daughter screaming with her hand gesturing towards me. Well, I was probably laughing at some joke my girlfriend told, so I'm like looking up at her, half smiling. She probably thought I said something.
God.
So that was my awful story of shame.
Nice.
Even though I did nothing wrong.
I just found out that you can order toys from Cracker Barrel online, and they have a llama and hedgehog collection.
Oh my god.
What?
Why?
Avery,
Do they sell?
Avery, don't do this.
Can you eat llamas and hedgehogs? What's going on?
No, it's
No,
it's just
There's so
paraphernalia.
many.
just stop now.
Oh my god. It's
so
hedgehogs
many.
holding up some text that says looking sharp. That's cute.
Fucking epic.
Oh man.
They have fun
Oh
little
wait.
gifts in there.
Now
Reddit
I
moment.
remember why he did that. Never mind.
Oh no, why? What is it?
Did what?
Wasn't that a thing where Mandy looked up like? Am I just fucking losing my
What
mind?
did I look up? What?
Am I losing my mind?
What are you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Oh no, it wasn't you guys. Oh fuck, never mind.
What?
Never mind. I'm losing my mind. I'm losing
All
my
right,
mind.
David.
Patreon questions.
Yeah.
if you donate, is it donate? Okay.
Pledge. Say pledge.
Pledge? Is it pledge or donate?
Pledge.
Pledge.
Pledge sounds
Okay.
better.
Sacrifice.
Okay,
If it's
yeah,
a pledge,
if you
it's tax
sacrifice,
deductible.
if you sacrifice $10 of your money every month to the Please Stop Talking Patreon, you can ask a question for this section of the podcast where we answer questions.
I used to donate to the podcast to try and get your attention, but then I realized I can just use Grindr.
I told you not to. I told you. I fucking texted you. I said in our fucking messages not to say that. You fucking dickhead. Now everybody's gonna know I'm gay.
David, do you have a fucking question picked out?
I'm gonna be real. I kind of didn't do that again.
Ian France Coleman asked, favorite Rascal Flatts album?
Oh, fuck's sake.
Where is this? Okay, let's see. Okay.
Favorite.
I can see a
Rascal
mouse
Flatts
cursor in that
album?
screenshot. I hope you understand. I'm making notes.
So what's your favorite Rascal Flatts album? Mine is the Greatest Hits album by Rascal Flatts. They probably have one, right? Oh no, never mind. Mine is the Christmas album. It's called The Greatest Gift of All.
I've only heard their singles. I don't think I've ever listened to a Rascal
I don't,
Flatts
yeah.
album.
I've never listened.
I've never
This is
listened to
such
a Rascal
weird-
Flatts album. That
Yeah.
said, my favorite is Me and My Gang.
My favorite album is I'm AK1 Cocaine.
That is
Oh,
not.
no.
I don't think that's Rascal Flatts. I'm going to be real. I think.
He's probably sampled them.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I
is
think
Ian
it's a
France
cover.
Coleman like the drummer on Rascal Flatts?
Wow, Ian France Coleman himself pledges to the podcast.
We have Phil Collins from Genesis.
Travis Fabe said, with the MCC coming to PC, is there any other console exclusive games you'd wish to get the same treatment? Bloodborne.
Yeah.
Demon
it'd
Souls
be cool if
as
Bloodborne
well.
could
I'd
run.
like that. As
Demon
just
Souls as
Yeah.
well, yeah.
with online again, so I can finally online with my friends and my enemies.
The Resistance games, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, Resistance 3.
Resistance
3. Yeah,
Yeah.
Resistance
Particularly.
3, please.
I would have said
Resistance
Phantom
3
Dust,
fucks.
but apparently I checked and that's been out for free for years now. So
Really?
yeah, it's amazing.
Wait, Phantom Dust?
Phantom Dust
Isn't
was an
that the
Xbox game.
game.
Yeah, it was really cool and that everyone forgot about, and I always wanted to play it.
Wait,
and then it
it's
came out.
free on PC.
It's like free on Windows 10. Yeah,
What?
yeah, it's been
the
free for
fuck?
like years.
Weird.
Yeah.
What? It's like abandonware?
Like no, like they made a new re-release of it, and then they were like, let's give it away for free. No one knows what this game is, and they were right. No one
fuck?
knows. Yeah,
That's actually sick as hell.
yeah, it's
What?
great. Yeah,
Huh.
Yeah, look at that. Holy shit.
yeah, right.
I'd like it if I'd like it if just like old GameCube games came to PC, but at the same time,
You just fire up Dolphin.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. Just fire up Dolphin and
Yeah.
use your own ISOs. Haha.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the mods for the N64 emulator that let you use a mouse and keyboard to play old first-person shooters. Like Perfect Dark still holds up when you can control it properly.
Wait, wait for real?
yeah,
Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
thing.
You can do that?
yeah, it's
That's
great.
why YouTubers will go online and say that GoldenEye is tolerable.
Yeah, it's only
It's not a
tolerable if
massive,
you use a
it's
mouse
not a
and keyboard.
massive piece of shit. Yeah.
They'll play it with mouse and keyboard and go, wow, it's just as good as I remember it. Play that with the controller and come back.
That fucking N64 controller sucks so bad.
Yeah, I recently,
I love it.
a fucking year ago, I did nothing else with my life. I played a lot of an N64 game, and let me tell you, I'm so glad I used an Xbox controller. Holy shit!
Controller.
I still have a thumb imprint from the fucking N64 stick from playing Mario Party and having to spin the fucking thing.
Oh, yeah. We have to do the
God.
palm
We have to
technique.
do
Yeah.
the palm technique.
Yeah.
It's just an indent
Like try and remove your palm from the stick and it's glued to it.
with blood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, the N64 controller's trash. What the fuck, Nintendo? You think people have three hands?
Hey, they get it. And they get it with the Wiimote.
What were
Looks like
they
a
thinking?
dildo.
That takes me back.
Oh god, one of my favorite ancient YouTube videos is someone like going after the Wii, and it's like a stock photo of a guy and his son playing a game, and it's just this woman's robot voice saying, "The Wii is for tiny children and pedophiles."
Oh God.
I miss those console wars.
Yeah.
We'll never have a
When
Chad Warden again.
God.
Now it's just
I'm
now
so
it's
sad.
Like,
I'm so sad
all those
that
people are
just
fighting in the
don't
race
care.
war now. Like,
Yeah. What happened?
Whose side will you choose, Harry? Actually, what was the next question, Dave?
The Wii U.
Boo Poo Lou asks, you have all but one of your memories wiped. What memory do you keep and how do you use it to rebuild your life?
Ooh.
He specifies you don't get to remember any specific person in particular, only an event.
One event?
One event.
Yes. Has there ever been a
One
time where you were
event.
reading, where
I
you were
would
holding
remember-
a diary in your hands? Like, can you remember the diary?
Oh, well, that's fucking cheating. Don't
Then
do
it,
that.
but you don't remember the contents of the diary. You remember holding a diary. That's the thing, David.
Unless you have a
So then you
photographic
know that there
memory,
is a
I guess.
diary,
Yeah.
and you have to fucking CSI where the diary is.
You have to find the diary. You
have to-
remember you
that's-
had one, and that's what you have to do.
I never had a
This
diary.
turned into
I would just want to
this turned
remember.
into a mystery thing.
I would just want to remember one of the nights I forgot when I was at Mandy's.
That's your only memory?
What else am I gonna? I mean, it's same thing.
Ryan's
It's a
fighting.
mystery. It's a mystery. I have to figure out who the fuck I am based on absolute nonsense. Clearly, I'm very about lions fighting. That's all I know about myself.
I think I'd like to remember just my magnum opus, my fucking galaxy brain magnum opus, where I wanted to make a boat with shower doors and just try to rebuild my life with that.
You
Just
don't
with
know
that
this story?
knowledge. Wait,
Trying
you
to
don't
make
know
a
that?
boat with shower doors?
Oh my god.
That's from this like second ever episode of the podcast, and it's
Yeah.
Oh, wait, that's right. Yeah. It was called
Yeah.
shower doors, too.
it's called. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're a nightmare person, David.
I mean, imagine rebuilding your life with only the information that boats can. Harry, what's yours?
I mean, frankly, I can't think of anything I even want to remember now. Like,
Love.
frankly, it sounds like no.
His only memory.
It's the only thing I want to forget.
It's like Memento.
Pissing and-
He's
just
wandering around the
remember-
city just showing people the picture. You know who made this?
Just remember pissing in sinks.
Yeah.
It's
Oh,
gonna
God.
fuck you up for so
Breaking
long.
into
It was not the
Mitt's
worst
room to
thing.
brush his teeth while he sleeps.
I just have written like a tattooed on my hand. Remember, Wov. That's it. What if you get to you get to pick the memory, but you have time to prepare, so you can tattoo all the other important facts on your body.
Oh,
That
so
actually
instead it's like
Memento?
you keep one tattoo of something.
Yeah, you got to keep it
That
tattooed.
Just
happened?
Memento.
A list of rules. Find my diary.
Actually, Memento.
Don't trust the skull.
Don't trust the skull.
Just a skull.
I'd probably get something on my foot that just says they're coming for you to fuck with myself.
Yeah, you definitely would.
It'll keep me on my toes. It'll get me out of the house
trust
more.
air purifier. Eric Scott Gillies asked, "You were apprehended by the UN Security Council. What war crime are you guilty of, and how high are the casualties?"
What's arson on a grand scale?
Super fire.
Grand arson, is that a thing?
Grand arson.
Grand arsony.
Grand arsony.
Grand
yeah.
arsony. No, just larceny.
Grand larceny. Damn it, that's what I was thinking of.
Is grand
That
arson
just-
a thing?
Just huge fire.
I've always wanted to reenact the old like inspirational poster that's
This is going somewhere bad.
that's like a commissar from 40k in a tank, like pointing forwards with his sword, and the text
Oh,
says,
yeah.
"Drive closer. I want to hit them with my sword." I want to be arrested for trying to do that.
Because they made that a line in Dawn of War 2 because the image was so popular.
Oh, that's great.
If you put him in a tank, he'll say that now.
Oh, that's actually really cute. That's finally something good in Dawn of War 2. I'm glad to get the update.
Dawn of War 2 has its merits.
I love Company of Heroes in space.
I'll expose you later. Continue, Dave.
Mandy, what would your war crime be?
Yeah.
I don't know, probably racketeering. I don't know.
That's like boring.
War crime.
That's like the liking
Racketeering.
Pink Floyd of war crimes. Like, what's that? What is that even? Some point, like, nonsense. Everyone racketeers. What is that?
War crimes.
Fuck.
Oh, I got up to some really weird stuff. Oh, one time,
I can't fucking breathe.
I drank too much coffee once. Oh,
Fuck's
I had
sake.
such a weird time.
You. Oh, I
That's-
took it up the ass once. Oh.
Oh man, you're so edgy. What a kink.
You think you're famous? I got recognized on Grindr.
What would your crime be, Avery?
I just do the fucking highway of death again.
What?
What do you mean again?
Here's the bit where it turns out that Avery's an actual war criminal. It's just like, well, I already know really what it is.
That was the Russians.
Sherman's March to the Sea HD remake 2.8.
I'm still laughing about
Christ,
that's the
dude.
liking Pink Floyd of war crimes.
So you're telling me that I'm like part of this is that you get caught doing it, right? I can't like specify
You have to get
yeah,
caught, yeah.
Oh.
ridiculous.
You have to be tried.
Posers. Real war criminals never see a day in court because the Americans pick them up and have them work on their space rockets.
Oh boy, oh
We're just
boy.
following Ormders. Are we done?
Operation Paperclip was a rescue operation. Thank you.
Oh no. Christ.
Oh,
Von Braun's employees wanted to work on that rocket.
Dr. Fisk, whose anime avatar is a cat girl, so nice, writes, Avery once
Wait,
mentioned that he thought Ed was 20% gay. If you had to give an estimate, how gay would the other podcast members be percent-wise?
Oh, this is fucking easy.
David,
how
90. Ed is 35
90.
at least.
I feel like
dated
I'm
a
way
woman.
more than 90.
95.
I am pretty much like not at all interested in women, so
No, I understand, but I don't think anyone's 100% either way.
Yeah.
I mean that's fair. I haven't met
You're pretty
anybody-
fucking
any
gay, though.
woman
98.
that- yeah. I haven't met any woman that was like, "Oh, maybe."
You've dated women.
I'm so sorry to all the exes I have. I'm lying. You were mean.
Fuck's sake.
Are we doing everyone on the podcast or just everyone here?
Yeah, like
Everyone
list them
on
all.
the
Brent
podcast-
Daniel. What's
Brendan
he?
is a fat
Brendan
15%.
is so extremely straight.
Yeah. I'd say 15% just because he's got like gay dad energy.
He does.
Yeah.
Ed, 35. I already said that. Kyle's, I take it back. Kyle's 100% straight.
Yeah.
Kyle is really straight.
Kyle's the most heterosexual man I've ever met.
It's so real. It's so true. Cameron.
Huh.
Yeah, same.
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
What about Creel?
Creel's married.
Real's
Creel's
married.
married.
That doesn't answer my question.
Oh, it's 10.
He's kind of a
15.
libtard, so like 50.
Listen,
Did you say 50?
if you're married but you're poly, like, yeah, it's whatever. Yeah, then it
What is
comes up again.
happening? What the fuck is going on?
Where are we? Where are we? Who?
Who else is on the podcast?
Joseph Anderson?
Mandy.
Joe has never been on the podcast.
Joe's
Oh,
never
Mandy.
been on
He's
the
in this
podcast.
fucking Discord server. You tricked me into thinking this was a popular
That's true. I
popular
did.
podcast. No.
Why is he here?
My guest's in.
Get him out.
Get him out of here.
That was before Mandy joined. Mandy's like 95% straight.
I don't know. I did a video on Pathologic.
You're 87% straight.
80. Yeah.
That's fair.
Oh, Bachelor.
Harry.
I'm like 15, 20.
I don't. You think so?
Yeah, I go through
don't
like
know,
more extreme phases. Like for me, it's more of like a how I'm feeling in a
Extreme
period of
gay
time.
phases?
Yeah. Like I'm very much like I'm into men for this period now. Like that's just how it shakes out, you know. That's just
So like most of the time you're 20, but then you just fucking gay it up.
Yeah. Like that's how it's been for me. Is I've just gone through periods of it.
It's kind of like, I really like turkey, but one day you're just like, you know what? I could go
Fuck
for some
turkey.
chicken.
I could go for it.
One day,
I could
but
fuck
for
a
one day a
turkey
year,
right
you
up
want to
right
fuck
now.
the turkey.
That's not what I meant.
Okay.
I think I'm the
We're done,
last
right?
one.
Oh wait, 50%? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. I don't
That's
know.
low.
You're.
Fuck does that mean?
Wait, Avery's gay? What?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like you're pretty fucking bi. I've never seen like any bias really.
Yeah. Probably. I don't fucking know. Kind of gay to think about.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for listening.
Thank you everyone for
How
listening.
are we ending this?
Thank you for listening to the
This like
to the
fucking
How
slow
Gay
Joe
Are They
sputter
podcast.
at the end.
Manuel Martinez asks, if this podcast was a monarchy,
No, we're-
who would be the
God
monarch
damn-
and what
no, no,
disciples would get what job?
Mandy would be the jester who secretly controls everything.
The fuck?
That's true.
So I can't be like Grima Wormtongue where I'm like just overtly creepy. I have to be the jester hiding
His
it.
name is Wormtongue. I just want to put that out there.
Late is the hour at which the counter monkey is made. Wait,
Yeah.
I was thinking about Spoonie earlier. God damn
King.
it.
Who would be the easiest one to control? Brendan.
Please donate to my Patreon.
Why does every king in every movie have a guy at their court whose name is like Count
They're gonna
Slit
take over
Kill,
you.
and then they're like, "Oh, I can't believe that my trusted advisor would like just kill him, just cut his head off." Fine, movie solved.
If someone has a suspicious surname, just kill him. Get
Yeah.
rid of him.
I have lots of friends, and they all have normal names, and it was a wise decision. My normal
done?
named friend, Mandalore Gaming.
How are we still going?
Sorry.
I mean, it's my legal name. I have the documentation to prove it from Sealand up on the wall.
We can probably end it at how are we still going?
What are you talking about?
Have I ever told
There's more
Mandy?
Patreon questions.
Was I supposed to hit record?
If I told you, surely I've told you about how many times my mom has asked me if you're my secret trans girlfriend that I'm moving in with.
It's been like three times now.
It's so fucking funny.
You're just like, no, mom, he's not. I'll make him a casserole anyways.
She keeps fucking asking.
Well, it's nice that she wants to be supportive of that.
I don't know if it's support.
Yeah. Oh, wow. I mean, like,
Man, you like the Barry Manilow song?
when my mum figured out that I was gay, she was like, before I knew really, she was like, Harry's probably gay. I'm gonna be really supportive, and she brought me a bag of condoms and gave me a bunch of like advice. I was like, wait, what are you doing this? And she was like, oh, do you not? Oh, forget it. And then like years later, I was like, oh, she figured it out.
What do you mean advice? Was she like,
Use a lot. What kind of advice did she give?
Well, she obviously knows how to pick a guy up. You know, I exist. It's obviously there's some
Right,
finesse
but-
to it.
let me tell you
How
about
old
boys,
were you?
Harry.
You better fucking cut this out. No, I'm kidding.
I think the podcast ended like 10 minutes
I was
ago.
like 6,
David's
7
just
years old.
humoring
No,
us.
it's off the rails now.
Can we
All right.
clap sync real quick just to end it before something happens?
Yeah.
Howdy, thanks for listening. Please Stop Talking wouldn't be possible without the help from patrons like Alan Diver, Alex Steer, Buckshot Papaya, Q_, Dax Ritchie, Dreams of Ice, Eric Scott Gillies, Jeff Smith, Manuel Martinez, Marco Sotelo, Rayon, Ryson Looking Fresh Though, Seawolf812, Sky, Spooky Ghost, Teague, The No Ninja, Travis Vapes, Tyler Collins, and Unarmed Toaster. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.